We got a little Charlie. Hi, how's my day going? Pretty good. Hello, lovely. My day is going very well. Very well. Kind of loosey-goosey. Free book giveaway. Yes, yes. There's a link to that in the link tree in my bio. The book that I give away is this one here. Fake Love Need Not Apply. Hello from Hawaii. I'm on my way. I want to go to Hawaii. I probably want to live in Hawaii, to be honest. I want to go swim with your dolphins and your whales. Your video on calm is good in a relationship was very helpful, useful to know. Definitely helped me. Good. I'm really happy to hear that. Hi from Calgary. Hello, lovely. Yeah. Good, good, good. Thank you for letting me know. I love knowing that I help you guys gain perspective and really just kind of calm your minds and help you settle into goodness. Like really, like we have a misunderstanding of what is good and what isn't. So I love it when I can help you guys understand that what you have is good so that you can actually be grateful for it instead of turning it into something bad. Hello from Oklahoma. Any advice on finding a partner if you're a young adult? Yeah, education is really good, you guys. So Dating 101 is a great place to start if you're young. If you're getting into your 20s, no more assholes. The vetting process, super important. So I would say educate yourself. Read these 2 books. Knowledge is power. I was doing good. Now I'm back at square one. If you need coaching, let me know. What should we do in the beginning stages when waiting for text if you're an anxious attachment style? First of all, remove the label. Remove the label because you are telling yourself that there's something wrong with you. And that already is making things worse. So here's the thing about attachment style theory. They're going to look at the behaviors, right? In order to understand that you came with this label, in order to get to a point where you slap a label on yourself with this theory, you look at the behaviors, right? These are the behaviors. Therefore, this is my label. Well, what do I do now? Well, I guess I have to do these behaviors in order to get to a happy place. That's attachment style theory. The way I work is these are the behaviors that are getting in your way. These are the behaviors that will help you get to a happier place. I didn't put a label on you. I just simplified the process of getting yourself to a happier place. So take the label off because it's just making this journey worse. The reason why it's making your journey worse is it keeps you from understanding that you are changeable. Oh, this is my attachment style. I guess I got to carry this. I guess this is how I am. No, it's not, my love. Your brain can literally change shape inside your skull. Your DNA can literally change depending on the work you do on yourself. If you are depressed and become non-depressed, your DNA changes. If you are not depressed and then you become depressed, your DNA changes. If you meditate, you shrink your amygdala, the part of your brain where stress, fear, and anxiety comes from. You will increase your hippocampus, the part of your brain that is introspection and compassion. So don't carry this attachment style theory label on yourself. Instead, focus on the behaviors that will put you in a better place. So what do you do after you text? Do some meditation, shrink your amygdala, reduce your capacity to feel stress, fear, and anxiety. Do you know what your passion is? Do you know what your purpose is? Grab Custom Made if you don't and start working through that book. Every single chapter ends with exercises. Growth mindset, yes. Every single chapter ends with exercises. I'm going to get you digging into yourself. What do you do when you're waiting for them to text back? You do you. You do you. What is your self-love? Do you know what self-love is? Dive in to fix that shit. Meditation. redirecting your thoughts, journaling, going through your emotions, having your cries if you need to, going for a walk, eating whole foods, take your vitamin D, take your 5-HTP, focus on yourself, drink a glass of water, guys. When's the last time you had a glass of water? Love this. A lot of stuff went flying by. I couldn't read it while I was talking because I would have totally distracted myself. So do repost my love. Hello, lovelies. Hello, my loves. Hello, hello. Do we have any newbies? All my newbies say, here I am. How do I start to heal after breakup if I have such a bad anxiety that he was my safe space? You got custom comeback queen. Yes to all that. Comeback Queen is the book that gets you through the healing process after a breakup. Hello, my loves, all my here I ams, all my newbies, welcome. If you guys want a notification when I go live, click my picture up here once or twice. You're going to get a pop-up, and the pop-up is a bell. If you click on that bell, say I just did in the comments. How likely is an avoidant attachment style likely to reach out after a breakup? We don't do attachment style labels. We don't do labels here. We don't do labels. So how likely is an X, right? Because there's no point in labels. People can change, right? I went from wanting to take myself off this planet to being happy. I went from anxious and fearful to being settled. So we don't need labels on people at all. We don't, unless, motherfuckers. But yeah, how likely is somebody to reach out after a breakup? It's as variable as the individual human being. So the answer varies depending on the person. I don't know why you guys broke up. I don't know what they're thinking. I don't know what they're going through. I just did. Dating with ADHD is hard sometimes. I forget I have a boyfriend. That's cute. Any advice on leaving a narcissist person? It's painful. So when you are going through a breakup, you're going to go through the, oh, I miss them, because you start to forget the shitty things that they did. And so you go into the yearning phase again, because that's what time does. It tends to sort of soften the pain. And then you start thinking about what it is that you missed about them. So when you go into that state, the like, oh, I miss them state, go into the anger state. Your mantra is fuck you. When you go into the yearning state, go, wait a second, they did this? Fuck you. Wait a second, they said that? Fuck you. And use anger to get yourself through those moments. Get comeback queen if you need it. Get no more assholes to get ready for your next relationship. I'm in love with a married man. What do you think? I think we reap what we sow. If you interfere in their relationship, if he cheats with you, he'll cheat on you. Beware of karma. Karma bites you in the butt. Karma's a thing, you guys. Like, seriously, the energy you put out there is the energy you receive. How can you believe if a guy is single and honest? I'm always unsure of who to trust. By the way, my husband was in love with a married woman. Me. The karma he got from that was 10 years of fighting. So you pay it. You pay it. How can you believe if a guy is single and honest? I'm always unsure of who to trust. Use a no kissing for 3 months dating rule. Get no more assholes. There's a million things you need to look for. But if you have no more assholes, it's easy to figure out. So before you kiss him, does he introduce you to his friends? Does he introduce you to the family members that are important to him? Does he bring you to his place? Are you included in his life? If not, you don't kiss him. Me and my ex split 6 months ago. She's been calling me for the last 3 days in a row. Why is this? I don't know. The question is this interrupting your goodness? Is this getting in the way of you evolving? Is she holding you back? If the answer is yes, don't talk about your life as though you have no control. You can say, I don't want us to have these conversations anymore. I don't want to go in this direction anymore. I need you to stop calling me. I'm going to block you. If you are thinking of reconciling, fix that shit. Make sure you don't make the same mistakes over again. Can you really deal with past trauma while in a relationship? You can if you want. You can if you want, right? Relationships can be a safe space to heal. View on dating apps and where to find eligible dating people. Dating apps are great. You really, you want to tailor your bio, you want to tailor your approach, you want to tailor how you respond to people, who you respond to, so that you don't get exhausted on them. But dating apps are really great places to find people. And when you get started on dating apps, you should do a lot of dating apps, because there's people who are jumping from one to the next. So you get what I call the lake jumpers when you start off on a whole bunch at once. How do I release the want to control my relationship? Like, I miss the good morning text, etc. So basically what you're saying is, how can I transition from the courtship phase to the reality phase? You need to understand that the courtship phase is highly inefficient. It is inefficient because Mother Nature changes our biology during the courtship phase. We are filled with chemicals that make us feel more high than usual. It's like you're snorting cocaine. You sleep less, but you're not tired. So you have more energy to devote to somebody. They are more on your mind. You are shunning other things. You're saying no to hanging out with friends because you want to hang out with this person. You're saying no to overtime because you want to spend time with this person. So there's a lot of things over here that you're doing less of that you would normally be doing because you want to focus more on this person because you're high on them. But that high doesn't last forever, and then you go back into the reality phase. And now you do say yes to the overtime. Now you do want to spend more time with friends. Now you do want to be more balanced. Now you are not obsessed over them anymore. And you need to settle into that, and that's okay. It's okay for things to change. If you cannot evolve, then your relationship will become dysfunctional. Because we need to always be changing. We need to always be evolving with life. Like, everything changes all the time. Even rocks change, you guys. Like, the weather will erode it, right? Absolutely everything on this planet changes. The one thing that never changes is the fact that everything changes. So if you're having problems evolving with your relationship, then I've got 2 books for you. So after the first kiss is that initial phase of, settling into the reality phase, and Fix That Shit is the book that's going to help you really go conflict free into this relationship. So you get anxious because you're not dealing with your anxiety, right? All of these books start with meditation. The first thing I teach you how to do is meditation. The antidote to anxiety is shrinking the part of your brain that produces those emotions. That's your amygdala. Your amygdala is stress, fear, and anxiety. If you want to feel less anxious, you have to meditate. You have to change your brain structure. You have to change the part of your brain where that pulse is coming from, those anxiety responses. When you shrink your amygdala, you reduce your capacity to feel those emotions. So I have a YouTube channel. I have a Let's Meditate playlist. Go into that playlist. Listen to track number 2 twice a day with headphones. I love Fix That Shit. It helped me so much. My love, I love you. Thank you. What are your thoughts about texting your partner during work? Is over-texting a thing? Yes, over-texting is a thing. You can text your partner while they're at work. Don't get upset if they don't text you back. They are at work. Regardless of whether or not they're at work, if they're out with friends, if they're doing me time, if you send them a text, send them the text, like I say, put the phone down and get to living. Stop waiting on them every minute of your day. Stop looking for them to ease your anxiety. Stop looking at them as your source of happiness and fulfillment and satisfaction. Did she get it? Yeah, she did. Good girl. I was wondering. There we go. Good girl. My husband doesn't even text me back when he's at home. He's too busy reading the internet, right? Honestly, I wanted to show you guys, I literally wanted to make a TikTok about my husband and I texting each other. This is Like, this is, you know, I'm green and he's gray. And it's like, we don't always reply. Like, I mean, all right. Let me see here. Let me get a streak. What? All right. So, I mean, like, there's like, you know, there's him texting me and me not even replying. So, and that's security. Like, you know, he's okay with communicating with me and me not getting back to him. I'm okay with communicating. That's what our texts look like. You know, I'm okay with communicating to him and him not getting back to me. If there's something important that I need to say, I will call him. And if he sees that I called, then he calls me back. How do you stop simping? Come get a coaching session. I can help you with that. What's the best way to break up with someone? So the breakup sandwich is, this is why you're great, this is why it's not working, this is why you'll be great for someone else. Is it okay for a partner to keep in touch with a former hookup buddy? So you got in a relationship with somebody who's keeping in touch with a former hookup buddy, right? Did you get into a relationship with somebody you didn't know and then found this out? That's on you. You should know who you're getting into a relationship with. You should know what kind of person they are. You should know who's in their life, right? So if you didn't take the time to get to know them and now you're in a relationship and you're like, oh, like there's some things that I don't like, that's definitely something to think about. How much are coaching sessions? It depends on the option that you choose. Anybody who wants to check out my coaching sessions, go to my bio, click on the link tree. There's a coaching session button in there. It takes you to a page. You can see the options. If you want to book yourself in, then you can go ahead and do that. Actually, do you advise getting into a long distance relationship? Not if your love language is physical affection. If you're in long distance and everyone's asked you how your day is, how you're doing, is that okay? If that's something you want him to say, like, you know, I really appreciate it when you ask how my day is. But like, here's the thing though, right? Like, why does the question need to be asked? Like, how long have you guys been together for? Do they not assume by this point that if there's something in your day to tell, you'll tell it? Is that possible that they're saying that to themselves? If there's something to tell, they'll tell it. I don't need to ask. If there's something to tell, they'll tell it. So there's that, right? You don't need to use that as a point of insecurity. Do they care about you? Do they show that they care about you? Are you ignoring all the ways they show they care and you're hyper focused on this? And so this means they don't care, or I'm overthinking about this, and, you know, never mind anything else that they do. So all of my people in long distance relationships, he seeks the attention of other women. Do you know what to do, my love? Right? If you're using my language, you see my TikToks, you know what I say about that. So what are you going to do? That's the question. So all my long distance relationshipers, say, here I am, because I got something for you. Do you think people should break up if they're a bad kisser? So that's kind of like saying, I don't know how to teach somebody how to handle my hardware. Everybody is different. So people will, you know, get used to how someone operates, like how they like being touched, how they like being kissed, and they'll take that into the next relationship. If that's not how you like it, you need to teach them how you like to be touched and how you like to be kissed. It's not a reason for breaking up unless you are inadequate as a teacher on how to handle you. So my long distancers, I have a guide for you. I have a long distance guide on how to be closer in your relationship, how to deal with conflict, how to do things that create intimacy. So if you guys want that, it's a free download. Go into my bio and click on the link tree and you're going to find it in there. I found my boyfriend telling other women he can sleep with anyone and calls her pretty. He says it's a joke. That's not funny. So I wouldn't be in that relationship. I wouldn't be in a relationship with somebody who makes jokes like that. I just wouldn't. I really just wouldn't. You're welcome. I have a brother who does not acknowledge my pronouns. What should I do? Maybe not talk to your brother if you don't want. That's your choice, right? Like, listen, until you're going to acknowledge me as who I am, I'm not sure I want to keep having conversations with you. Here I am. Guys, don't forget to go follow me on Instagram because I'm doing a coaching giveaway right now. So go find that post and follow the instructions. How to know if it's worth getting past cheating or to move on? Depends on the reason why they cheated. Depends if they are a serial cheater. If it's a one-off, maybe you can work through it. A one-off. If they're a serial cheater, dump the motherfucker. Any advice for anxious attachment style? Yeah, stop. Stop labeling yourself. Your brain can change. Your DNA can change. You don't need a label. Just focus on the behavior that is affecting you and having a negative effect on your life, and change that behavior, and you will change your life. You will change your anxiety. You will change your level of fear. You will become more independent and happy. You don't need to give yourself a label. You do not need to give yourself a label. It's not necessary. What's the best way to find out if someone stands up against racism on a dating app? You can simply ask them. You can say, things are pretty charged up politically. What are your values? How do you deal with someone with PTSD? They need to be dealing with their PTSD. So what are they doing for their PTSD? So it happened multiple times online, not physical, multiple times. That's what I'm talking about, multiple times. So serial cheater. So don't make excuses for them. This is a serial cheater. Dump the motherfucker. What do I do as a partner to keep myself positive for my partner? I meditate. I stay very aware of the dialogue inside my head. I take control of what I'm saying inside my head. So I don't say negative things to myself. And if I find myself in a negative loop, I reverse it. Right? So I remember early on when I was starting my business, there was moments where I was doubting myself, and I said, wait a second, I get results. Like, people actually learn from me and they apply what I teach them and it works for them. I am good at what I do. So don't, let yourself go into negative loops because you vomit that into a relationship. I also make sure that I don't take my partner's moods personally. I let him go through his humanity without me riding his emotional roller coaster. So I keep myself steady if he goes through ups and downs. I'll go through my own ups and downs and he keeps himself steady, right? So both of us are contributors to the positive emotions in the relationship. So can you tell us a little bit about the Insecurities series? So you're probably talking about the Insecurity program that I have. So it is tailored to the individual people. But what I do is, first I let you know you're human, right? Like fear, insecurity, overthinking, jealousy, these are emotions that are actually natural for human beings. So I teach you the origins of this so that you go, okay, so I'm not such a bad person for feeling them. So we can relax your brain, right? So because again, you don't need to tell yourself you're a bad person just because of your emotions and your behaviors. So once we, deal with that, we also do a lot of talking about the individual things that are happening in your relationship that are triggering you. Everybody's different. Everybody gets triggered in different ways. And there's so many different scenarios that are triggering people. So what's happening for you? What's happening in your relationship? And I give you the tools to navigate that so that you understand how to go through your own terrain. You get the roadmap for getting through your own difficulty. It's how you, exactly, and you need tools, right? Somebody said it's how you deal with the emotions that count, 100%. I was abused in my past relationship and I'm scared to date. Knowledge is power. Get no more assholes. Don't just fall into a relationship. Use a no kissing for 3 months dating rule. Somebody who can't respect no kissing, no sleepovers for 3 months isn't going to respect you. So this rule is perfect for people who want to make sure they don't get into another abusive relationship. Where can I find your insecurity guide? I don't have an insecurity guide. If you're in a relationship, Fix That Shit can help you navigate insecurity. No More Assholes can help you increase your self-esteem and confidence. I do have a No More Insecurity program, which is one-on-one coaching with me to navigate your particular circumstances. Thank you so much for the long distance guide. You're welcome. My partner only wants to spend time with me when there is family functions and events. Why is that? I don't know. You'll have to ask him. So if you want to sign up for the No More Insecurity program, you can get the there's a button for that in the link tree in my bio. If you want to grab any of my books too, you guys, you can get them on Amazon or anywhere you buy books online. Fix That Shit is now an audiobook. You can only get that through the link tree in my bio. It's not on Audible. Audible wants 70%, and I'm like, I don't think so. I don't think so. I did all the work. You want most of the money? Not okay. If my partner's family blames me for his problems, like being late for work, etc. So here's the thing. Like, obviously, that's wrong, right? Because we are all responsible for our own behavior. So next time they say that, say, wait a second. We are responsible for our own emotions and we are responsible for our own behaviors. I don't make his choices for him. If you want to blame somebody for that, look at him. When my boyfriend has a bad day, I feel horrible that I can't do anything to help. What should I do? Stop attaching your emotional roller coaster to his ride. Start addressing your own emotions. We are responsible for our own emotions. If you feel bad, you need to fix that. And don't look for anybody else to fix that for you. You need to fix your own emotions. If you have trouble with that, if you don't know how to do that, how to meditate, how to practice self-love, come get a coaching session. So, I think I traumatized my dog. I don't know who Candace is. I've lied to my girlfriend. I'm trying to get her to trust me because I love her. She won't trust you until enough time has passed with you not repeating the same behavior. Well, there we go. So the best predictor of future behavior is past behavior. So until you do enough time with you not repeating that again, she's not going to trust you. Do you do virtual coaching sessions? All of my sessions are over Zoom. I do have books on iBooks, yes. Not all of them. So the ones that you don't find on iBooks, you can go get them on Amazon. All of my books are on Amazon. My boyfriend ignores me for days when we have arguments and ignores all texts even though it's his fault. Are you with a selfish short-term thinker or a generous long-term thinker? Do you need to resolve conflict? Do you need to get to a place where you don't fight anymore? Then let's fix that shit. Are you with a selfish short-term thinker? Then dump the motherfucker and get no more assholes and get yourself with a generous long-term thinker. You should make meditation guide we can listen to. I should. I know I should. I know I should. I know. There's a lot. Guys, there's a lot that I need to do. It's just there's only one me. Like, I'm writing a book right now. Doing lives, making TikToks, answering emails, answering comments. I need more time in a day. Do it. I will. I will. I promise I will. So the last time he cheated was in December. He seems different now, but it's hard to forget. Come get coaching if you need help working through this. You can do it. I need an assistant. I need somebody to come here and like come do some work with me. My girlfriend always tells me that she doesn't need me. Yeah, she doesn't. She doesn't. I don't need my husband. Is the book you're writing on long distance? No, the long distance manual or the guide is now ready. It's in the link to my bio, so go grab your copy. It's free. It's a free download. So here's the thing though, in a healthy relationship, like understand the difference between need and want. She doesn't need you. You're in her life because she wants you. You're in her life because she chooses you, right? She doesn't need you to survive. She doesn't need you to, to be okay in life. I don't need my husband to be okay in life. I love him. I don't want to be without him. I said to him, okay, so we're kind of sick. Like we do have like a very dark sense of humor sometimes, but I honestly don't want to be without my husband because I really love him. I adore him. I would be your assistant. I love your videos. Let's talk. So I really, I don't want to do it over again. I don't want to try and find somebody who's as amazing as he is, right? So we have a death pact. I told him, I said, baby, you're not allowed to, like, you can't outlive me. Like, I have to go first. And he's like, okay. So so I said, if we end up in an old age home, they need to have a double bed for us. We have to go in an old age home that has double beds for couples. And he goes, we're never going to be in a place like that. And I go, no. He goes, no, I'm going to take you out first. As a mercy killing, right? Just so y'all understand, as a mercy killing. And I went, oh, baby, you're so good to me. I love you so much. So, yeah. I'm down. But it's true. Like, I don't need him. I don't need him, but I choose him. How to bring up to my boyfriend that I feel like he's consuming all his time in work and I feel neglected. So he's at work, my love. What is he working for? That's the question. What is he working for? My husband works 80 to 100 hours a week because he is working for financial stability. And I'm not going to take that away from him because I know that's his peace of mind. The last thing I'm going to do is ask him to stress himself out over me. This is the relationship you got into, by the way. If you don't want an ambitious person, if you don't want a financially responsible person, if you don't want to be with the kind of person who says, I only have youth once in my life, I will work while I am young and I am strong so that when I'm older and this body slows down, I can slow down, I can relax, which, by the way, my love, if you make it there with him, you get more time with him. I've been with my husband for 15 years. I gave up a lot of time with him because I understood he wanted to work hard while he could. We are almost 50 now, and he's using hyperbaric therapy to keep working because it's taking a toll on his body. He said if it were not for hyperbaric therapy, he wouldn't even be able to sustain this business anymore because of how hard he works. But that's the man I'm with, and I chose him, and I'm here for the journey. but he is pulling back. He is spending more time with me. He goes to work at 9:30 in the morning, 9:30 in the morning instead of 8 o'clock in the morning now. He spends more time on the weekend. Like sometimes he watches a movie with me on the weekend, or 2 movies sometimes, because he's taking some more time. He's letting himself rest a little bit, because he went so hard for so long. And we go for motorcycle rides now, because last summer he got a motorcycle with a back seat for me. So now he'll pull up on a Saturday or a Sunday and he'll be like, hey baby, want to go for a ride? I'm like, hell yeah. And we go for an hour and we go ride around on the motorcycle. So what do you want? Do you want a 9-to-5er? Go get a 9-to-5er. I feel like we never see each other. Are you feeling so empty because you're not filling your time up, right? So I support him with everything and I'm proud of him, but I feel like we never see each other. Here's the thing. You have this expectation that he should be spending time with you instead of actually supporting him. And the reason why I say that is because you are feeling like you're not getting enough, which means you're not fully supporting what he is doing to be fulfilled, to relax his brain. So if you can give him that understanding, it is sacrificing 1 marshmallow today for 2 marshmallows tomorrow. Do the willing sacrifice. Don't be sad about this. Be understanding about this. Be supportive about this. I'm okay with you doing this because I understand down the road we will have more time together. It's not 100% supportive if you're not feeling all of the support for him. I fill my time up with my business and my friends and my me time and taking my dogs for a walk and doing yoga and TikTok. Oh my God, the TikTok holes. Come on, let's admit it, you guys. Like 2-3 hours like that. Sometimes there's stuff I should be doing, but I'm on TikTok. So fill your time up. Fulfill yourself instead of feeling like something is unfulfilled because he's not by your side. Give him that space and take care of yourself, knowing that down the road, the two of you will be having more time together. My husband is a hard worker, so I'm okay with being a stay-at-home wife and take care of our child 70%. And if you're feeling anxious, by the way, start meditating and fix that shit. This is a great soothing balm on your soul when you really understand. One movie, 2 movies. You guys are cute. Yeah, that was a big deal. 2 movies in a weekend. Yeah. What is your best advice for long distance relationship and not seeing your partner often? Yeah, so I do have a long distance guide that's free for you guys to download in the link tree in my bio. It's different when you have kids. So, yes. But again, don't make kids with somebody who's ambitious if you need a 9-to-5er. If you need that, extra time to yourself, and they work 80 hours a week, you chose the wrong person to have kids with. And yeah. So it is really important, you guys, like mate selection. This is why I say no kissing for 3 months. Know what you're getting into. Don't just get into a relationship with somebody and then you're like, it's not enough. That's not fair. It's not fair, right? Like that person got into a relationship with you thinking they were getting into a relationship with somebody who saw them. And now it's never enough. You're not home enough. You don't do enough. So it's like, well, shit, like I thought I was carrying this household financially, but, and I thought you were okay with that. I thought you were okay that I was going to be ambitious and I was going to work all these hours and I was going to make all this money and I was going to carry the household finances. But it's like what I do isn't enough, and that hurts. It sucks to be that person that isn't doing enough no matter how hard they're trying. And what would you want them to do? Do you want them to work less? Okay, so does that mean you go work more? Like, how are you going to ensure? Because they're not thinking today, they're not thinking tomorrow, they're thinking 30 years from now. So it's not, it's how, you know, you can't always rely on work always being there. You can, like, they don't function like that. Ambitious men don't think the work is always going to be there just because it's there today. And that's why they're so intent in getting all this work in, just in case. They want to make sure you're okay, just in case. The kids are okay, just in case. And they thought they were getting into a relationship with somebody who was okay with them being that way. I'm trying to fix my anxious attachment style. Come get coaching, love. Come get coaching, because there's work to be done, right? There's work to be done to fix that. You can't just magic wand, right? So if you actually want to fix your anxious attachment style, you can dive into fix that shit. You can come get coaching, but it is a process. So the warning in the link tree, this is what TikTok does in order to make sure that you understand that you're clicking a link that they didn't put there. I put the link there, it's safe, it's okay to click it. 3 months in, crashing and burning, he said, I love him more than he loves me. So say, you know what, good to know, I'm happy for the clarity. I certainly don't want you to be unhappy, so if this is the relationship for you, that's great. Goodbye, have a great life. You grab no more assholes. Make sure you use a no kissing for 3 months dating rule. Can your fundamental values change? Sure, if you want to change them. Hey, love. Ooh, after 4 years, my partner's family talks about his ex-wife like they're still married. That sucks. That sucks. I mean, you can say something. I would, right? Like, I would, if they were doing that, I would literally say, you know, they're not married anymore, right? You know he's got, right? Just came on to say grateful for you. Thank you. Red flags when you're getting to know a guy in the first 3 months. Use a no kissing for 3 months dating rule. You'll see plenty of red flags. I tried to do the 3 month thing with this new woman I was dating. She couldn't wait that long. That wasn't a woman, my love. That was a girl. I was a girl. Selfish short-term thinkers are girls or guys. Generous long-term thinkers are men or women. This was a girl, and she was putting too much of her validation on whether or not somebody was jumping her. Thank you for your feedback. You're welcome. My boyfriend and I have different fundamental values but still love each other, but we fight a lot as a result because you're in the wrong relationship. Your fundamental values don't align. You need to get out of this relationship and get into a relationship with somebody who matches your fundamental values. You're welcome. What's the difference between regular coaching and the No More Insecurity course? In the No More Insecurity course, there's more education to it. So regular coaching is bring me your problem, and I'm going to help you understand how to navigate through your problem. With the No More Insecurity course, there's a little bit more structure in terms of teaching you where your emotions are coming from. I get like a little bit deeper into the science, the anthropology, and the sociology, the psychology of it. Is a subscription free? Do you mean like getting the guides? Like everything that says free in the link to my bio is free. How do you know your fundamental values? What is it that you want? Like you say, what do I want? Do I want to get married? Do I want to have children? Do I want to buy a house? Do I want to travel with a future partner? Like, am I a globetrotter? Do I need somebody who wants to travel with me? Do I want to raise my kids under a certain religion? The non-negotiables for you are your fundamental values. If there's anything that if you don't have in your relationship is going to suck, that's a fundamental value. If I want to get married and I get with a partner who doesn't want to get married, every time I see somebody get married, that's going to suck. Every time I'm watching TV and somebody gets engaged, that's going to suck. So that's how you understand what your fundamental values are. The things that if they're not there, it sucks because you really want it. Does the 3-month rule apply to women as well? Because I tried it and she couldn't wait 3 days. So this is how you weed out, right? Using a no kissing for 3 months dating rule is how you weed out selfish short-term thinkers from generous long-term thinkers. She couldn't wait 3 days. So what does that tell you about her? Well, you lack impulse control. You are impatient. You place your validity, your validation on whether or not somebody wants to plant one on your lips. You need to be satisfied ASAP. So, it's not about getting to know each other. It's about getting physical. It tells you so much when they can't wait 3 months for a first kiss. When they can't, I can't do this. I can't wait 3 months for a first kiss. Good to know. Good to know. I'm glad I found out so much about you before we got involved. Ever felt like not being in the same intellectual as your partner? He seems so much higher than me. There's certainly some things that my husband is much more intelligent than I am about, and that's totally fine by me. I love surrounding myself with people who are smarter than me, because it elevates me. It gives me something to aspire to. We are monkeys designed to imitate. We rub off on each other. So yeah, I'm always surrounding myself with people who are better than me in any way, shape, or form. Any way, shape, or form. I needed to marry a liberal. Don't know how you do it. We don't talk politics. We do not. We do not talk politics in this house. Boscheggieri, hello. What's the best way to communicate to my boyfriend that some of his behaviors hurt me? So I'm not telling you what to do. You're free to do what you want, but I need to be in a relationship where the opposite behaviors happen. Also get fixed that shit. We got married without directly talking about fundamental values. We got lucky. We matched on most. That's amazing. Yeah, I never discount luck or intuition. Boyfriend wants to work with me, but I don't want him there because we're always together and need space. No, there's nothing wrong with that. Do you ever get tired of answering the same questions? You seem so patient. I don't think so. Like I do ask myself that, by the way. And I don't, right? Like, basically what I understand is that every time I answer the same question, it means somebody new came along. There's another learning opportunity. I can teach somebody else how to do better. So that's always good for me. My question is, do you guys get tired of hearing me answer the same questions all the time? That's my question to you. In the comments, my loves. In the comments, my loves, do you get tired of hearing me say the same thing all the time? Boscheggieri, just talks. I feel disconnected. Not at all. Do you dive into sexuality? No, not on lives. No. Never. Love getting a reminder of your opinion. Not at all. Nope. No, I think it's reaffirming. Never. You're so intelligent. Oh my God. Okay. Not really, unless it's one you've covered over and over in your videos. Nope, you always add a bit more the next time. Lots of learning. It helps it stick. Okay, what kind of education do you have to get into this field and get to where you are in life? Sociology, psychology, anthropology, biology, behaviorism. I add spirituality to this, but those are the vitals. You need psychology, anthropology, biology, sociology, and behaviorism to be good at coaching, at life coaching. I don't pay attention 100% of the time, so it's nice to hear it again. No, or if I've heard it, just exit the live and read the book. You're so cute. No, it validates what you're saying. Repetition keeps me calm. I love this. No, I'm a slow learner. This is great feedback, you guys. I was worried about you, to be honest. I was like, you know, my loves, right? I find a new perspective each time you answer a question, even if I've heard it a bunch. That's awesome. I want to hear lots of things, but people ask the same stuff. I know, Michelle. I love hearing what you have to say. A very intelligent woman. Thank you. I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Nope. Boyfriend is so sweet and caring. No one is perfect. Sometimes he can get snarky. Is that normal? Yes, it's called being human. It's okay to be human. It's okay to allow humanity in your relationship. We get stressed. We get tired. We get hungry. We get hormonal. And so that creates vomit sometimes, right? Even though I meditate, even though I'm very conscious of my behaviors, every now and then I have a vomit. So it's okay to let your partner be human. It really is. It's like here's the thing, like a fight happens when fire meets fire. If I vomit and my husband comes back like this, we may have a fight. And I say may because if I do this and he does that, I'll probably just gonna, manage myself so that we don't turn into a fight, because I just love the fact that we haven't had a fight in 5 years. And I'm like, damn, like, why turn the clock back now, right? So I let him be human. Sometimes I vomit. He lets me be human. It's okay. Good to know, because it's impossible to be perfect. We're not designed to not be emotional. We are emotional creatures. Every emotion we have is a biological response. It's a chemical reaction. Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, phenylethylamine, hormones, testosterone, estrogen, all of these create movement within us, right? So we're not static. We are very moving beings. We're very dynamic. My ex's new boyfriend is ruining her life. Should I talk to her? No. Nope. She makes her own decisions. She's an adult. Let her make her own decisions. My boyfriend is very short with me and I feel like I'm always annoying him. Is this normal? I don't know exactly what's happening, why he's being short, but maybe he's very stressed out. So if that's how he is all the time, by the way, do you want to be in a relationship with somebody who's like that all the time? So that's one thing to consider. If it's because of stress, then you can just give him this moment in time, right? Like my husband was stressed for a few years. He had vomiting moments during those years. Doesn't acknowledge it, but it certainly happened. And I just gave him the space to have his moments and then readjust himself. So does he readjust himself? So by the way, if this is a character trait, again, reconsider the relationship. I don't really think we should be in relationships with people who use us as punching bags, who just vomit on us. So you can call him out. You can say, we need to be responsible for our own emotions and our own behaviors. I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't take responsibility for their emotions and their behaviors. If you're short with me like this because you're not managing your anxiety, you need to start managing your anxiety. I can say verbatim what you're going to say, and it's a great reminder for me. That's so cute. I still come back. Yes, you do, Michelle. Oh, this is sweet. I love hearing it over and over because I recite it to myself during situations. I'm talking to someone and they have major trust issues and insecurity. I try to give reassurance. Do not be someone's therapist. Do not be someone's therapist. Do not. do not pick up a wounded bird, right? This is what you're doing. You're picking up a wounded bird, and let's just be honest, you're doing this because you're distracting yourself from your own problems. If I'm always dealing with someone else's problems and always giving them reassurance and always taking care of them, well, you don't have to think about yours now, do you? So put the wounded bird down. Focus on yourself and your self-love. Elevate yourself so that you're not attracted to this type of person anymore. Get no more assholes. Use the no kissing for 3 months dating rule. Don't pick up another person like this. Get yourself a calm, confident man. Why don't I feel a strong desire to be in a relationship? I don't know, love. I'd have to do a coaching session with you to find out. I know you said you don't have a master's, but you have a bachelor's. Nope. I was on my way to getting a degree to, be able to present to whatever business so that I could be a therapist. And then I realized I wanted to work for myself because the therapy field, and listen, I got an inside scoop on the therapy field. My ex-husband's next wife was finishing her PhD in psychology. She then became a child psychologist at a school. I saw that journey and I gained an understanding of it. And what I learned turned me off from school. And turned me off from working for an institution because you're not supposed to tell your story. You're not supposed to tell them what to do. And I'm like, oh, wait a second, that's not how I operate. I tell people who I am, where I came from, what I did, what my experiences are, and how I changed them. And I also am very clear with every session, this is what you need to do. Let me give you instructions and direction. So the way I wanted to operate wasn't how traditionally you're supposed to operate in the field. So I went, you know what? I don't want to go into the field anymore, which means I don't need that piece of paper anymore, which means I don't have to keep wasting time and money, which is what I was doing because I learned faster outside of school than I do in school. I had a grade 11 vocabulary in grade 7. I was tested in grade 4 and I was a high IQ but doing really shitty in school because I hate school because it holds me back. So I don't have a PhD or a master's because I didn't need to waste my time and money because I decided to work for myself instead. How did you decide to start TikTok? This whole live, I wish it was recorded. Guess what, my love, it is. I'm going to be posting this on my YouTube channel. I do have a playlist on my YouTube channel where I post my lives. It's going to take some time because we have to make the thumbnail for it, but it will be going up on my YouTube channel. So go back into my YouTube channel and you can rewatch my lives. You're so welcome. You can learn everything online for free. Absolutely. Like peer-reviewed studies, which is where you get your information, is free. Peer-reviewed studies are free, you guys. You don't need to go to an institution to be educated. Education is free. Okay, so how did you decide to start TikTok? I kept hearing about it. Like, TikTok this, TikTok that. So I finally downloaded it. I still didn't get into it. Then I started watching. I posted a few. I still didn't get into it. And then I got into it. And I was like, oh. And I started going down the TikTok holes. And then I started talking. I started saying things because I really started to get a flavor of what people did on TikTok. And then I took off. I found my groove. I started doing what I do with the green screens, with the questions. People started sending me questions. Like the moment people started sending me questions, I started doing the green screens, and then the questions really started flooding in. I feel like I can't be vocal about my feelings in my relationship. So I don't know. I don't know what the feelings are that you're trying to be vocal about, but here's something that I learned. Not everything I felt was valid. Not everything I felt was valid. Not everything I wanted to talk about needed to be talked about. And my partner is not my therapist, right? I didn't need to go to my partner to fix my feelings. I needed to fix my feelings. My partner was not the person who was going to make me feel better. I was the person who was going to make me feel better. So if you're always if your partner, if you can't talk about your feelings because your partner is the only person you talk to about your feelings, because you're looking to them to fix you and they're like, dude, like I can't. right? Which is maybe why, I don't know, you haven't done a coaching session, so I don't know why you feel, because I don't know what it is, right? I don't know what the situation is, if you're with a selfish short-term thinker or if you're simply vomiting instead of dealing with yourself. I don't know what it is. But sometimes people want to talk about their feelings, but it's dysfunctional. So it could be that, or maybe you've chosen yourself a dysfunctional partner. Maybe the feelings you're having is, my partner likes other girls' pictures and I have feelings about that and he doesn't want to hear it. Well, you picked a selfish short-term thinker who seeks the attention of other girls. So that's what you have to fix, is the person that you chose. But regardless of what it is, the solution is yours, right? The solution is yours. It's not for somebody else to fix. So I don't know. If you want clarity, come get a coaching session and I can help you understand what you need to be doing, either how you can deal with yourself, how you can communicate your feelings, or even if you're in the wrong relationship. I get all the bad and none of the good. Get out. Get out and get no more assholes, and don't get into a relationship with someone like that again. Use a no kissing for 3 months dating rule. How do we control if we are the ones vomiting? You need to meditate. You need to control your impulses. In other words, keep your mouth shut until you think about what you want to say before you say it. I listen to your lives every day. I love that. Guys, who wants a notification when I go live? Say I do. I feel like my boyfriend has trouble admitting he's wrong. If you're with a generous long-term thinker, fix that shit so that you can actually learn to resolve these conflicts. I hate school too. I might take a break and decide what I want to do so I don't feel the same way. Yeah, you don't need to waste your time and money in school, you guys, especially if you don't know what to do. Like, school has become this automatic institution, right? We have to go to school after high school. Well, and people take things just for the sake of taking something, and they don't even know what their passion is. They don't even know what their purpose is, and so they're just blindly going into school, wasting all this time, wasting all this money, walking away with a degree going, I'm not happy. I didn't even know what I wanted to learn, so I just learned something, so I feel like I wasn't even productive during that time. I'm not going to do anything with this piece of paper because I don't want to get into that field particularly, but I just need to get a piece of paper. I just need to be able to say I have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree because that makes me somebody in this world. Fuck that. You are somebody. You don't need a piece of paper to say you are somebody. And don't go to school not knowing what you want to learn. Do not go to school not knowing what you want to apply this to. Don't just go get a piece of paper so that you can get a job. Think about what it is that you're passionate about. Think about what your talent is. Develop that in any way you want to. If that means going to school, then go to school. If it means self-education, then educate yourself. What qualifies you is the fact that you are capable, not a piece of paper. You won't find it today. I don't know how far behind we are on the take a screenshot. Take a screenshot of what I'm wearing. Look for the thumbnail that has me wearing the same dress on my YouTube channel and my live stream playlist. And when you see it pop up, there it is. We don't put dates on it. She just numbers it. How do you have so much information to write all in that thick of a book? Life, I'm 48, you guys. I've done a whole lot of living. What do you mean that everything you felt was not valid? So there was times when I would say to myself, I was going, oh, I got to talk to my husband about this. I'm mad about this. I'm upset about this. I have to talk to him. 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 He needs to fix this. He's got to change this. And then one day my brain said, what are you not asking forgiveness for? And I went, oh, that's a good question, because I was like, I have to talk to him because there's a piece of shit here. I have some kind of feeling about this, and he needs to be talked to about this thing that I have a feeling about. And then I went, what am I not asking forgiveness for? And I went, oh, you know what? He might have feelings about things too. And he's not coming to me and saying, we got to address you. I got to talk to you about how I feel. I have to tell you how I feel about this. And I went, damn, you know what? There's some things that I should be doing better. And he's not coming to me about that. You know what? I don't need to talk to him about this because he's not coming to me about that. He's dealing with his feelings about that. I can deal with my feelings about this. And let me tell you, the moment I said, what am I not asking forgiveness for? When I said, I got to talk to him about this thing, I felt better. I suddenly felt relieved because I was preoccupying myself with, like, basically I was taking my anxiety and creating a lightning rod. I have anxiety and this is how you're responsible for this. That was not a valid feeling. The fact that it was relieved, the moment that I said, what am I not asking forgiveness for, meant I was assigning a lightning rod to my anxiety instead of dealing with my anxiety. When I started dealing with my anxiety, when I started meditating, when I started taking responsibility, how am I going to be the solution to how I feel? I felt so much better. And so those feelings, all those feelings, that 10 years of fighting, there was a lot of things that were not valid. Once I started dealing with my own emotions, I didn't have problems with him anymore. I didn't have feelings to talk about anymore. I was okay. That's what I mean. How do you decide what to talk about? If it's a problem, before I go talk to him, I ask myself, how am I the solution to this problem? My number one relationship rule is it's not fair to ask for anything you're not willing to do first. If I'm about to go to my partner and say, here's a problem, fix it. The number one relationship rule is it's not fair to ask for anything you're not willing to do first. Therefore, I need to put it in front of me and say, here's a problem, fix it. So if I was the solution, then we could have a conversation. Then I would go to him and I would talk to him about a problem. But in the conversation, I would also tell him how I was being part of the solution instead of just bringing him the problem going, here you go, fix that for me. What's the point of a relationship if you're not supposed to get anything out of it? So what is it that you're looking for? Are you looking for validation? Are you looking for fulfillment? Are you looking for satisfaction? Because that's not what I look for in my partner. My partner is a source of love and cuddles and affection and laughter, support. So that's what I get out of my relationship. He's the cherry on my cake. I manage my cake, right? I manage my life. I manage my career. I manage my emotions. I manage my fulfillment. And on top of this cake that is my life, there's my partner, my sweet, sweet partner. And we make out every single day. We have sweet conversations together. We watch the dogs play. We watch Charlie play with the cat at the shop. We cuddle, right? And we are each other's support systems. We do loving things for each other. I wish I could watch a scenario of you doing these things. That would be so interesting. I know. I hate working for someone else. Me too. And me too, my love. I love working for myself. I love being my own boss. My boyfriend doesn't know about marriage. If you're certain you want to get married, you want to be in a relationship with somebody who's certain they want to get married. Community college is a great option for people who are unsure at first. Graduating with my doctorate in 10 days. I love my profession. See, and this is amazing. When you go to school with purpose and passion and fire, because this is one of your stepping stones. Like for me, the education was getting the books and teaching myself and just really being super specific about my education. So Like, if you need that piece of paper, if you want that piece of paper, and you want that education in that institution, and all the different ways it's going to come to you, and all the different things you're going to learn, you know, like because it does pull you in different directions and in unexpected directions, and that's really amazing. So I fully stand behind that. I just don't want people to think that, you know, in order to be validated, you need to have a piece of paper. You don't. I have a bachelor's degree and now I teach yoga. I'm sure my father is thrilled after spending how many tens of thousands of dollars? What's this? Congratulations. What is this? Hello from Italy. My boyfriend and I just broke up. Exactly what I need to do for my anxiety. Yes, I need to do that. Yes. I might take a break and decide what I want to do so I don't feel the same way. Yeah. Are edgy, offensive jokes something to worry about if he's otherwise kind and respectful? So I don't know. It depends. I don't know what kind of jokes he's saying, right? I don't know if he's using like N-word kind of stuff. How to open lines of communication in a long distance relationship. So for my long distancers, all my people in long distance relationships, I have a long distance guide for you in the link tree in my bio. Go ahead and download that. There's lots and lots of tips in there for you. How to have closeness, how to overcome conflict, how to open up lines of communication, how to have fun over long distance, how to be more intimate over long distance. You guys are cute. My girlfriend and I are both high achievers, but we're so intense we literally need to take a break once a month. Life partner is so amazing. Hello, love. Whoopsie. Hi. Homie, you always lie. That's right. I got homies. I got lots of homies. I got my people who are near and dear to my heart, of course, but we are in lockdown. My wife wants to clean more than giving me love. Come get a coaching session. Aww. Is it okay if I'm the one initiating conversation through text after a great first date? Yes, you should. After your dates, you should be texting them like before they even get home. They should be getting a text from you saying, I really enjoyed my time with you. This is what I appreciated about you. Thank you for something they did for you. Looking forward to seeing you again. Yes, absolutely do that. Be proactive with your communication. Like be the emotional leader, be the communication leader, and this is totally fine. So somebody said, I wish I could watch scenarios of you doing, you know, the things that I talk about. I do kind of storytell in Fix That Shit. I'm not kind of, I literally storytell and Fix That Shit. And I walk you through me doing what it is that I'm teaching you. Ooh, just downloaded the long distance guide. You're so welcome. Asked my wife to accompany me, but she refuses and would rather clean instead. Okay, well, maybe help her clean, right? If you take some cleaning off her hands, then she would have more time. Maybe hire a housekeeper. How can I deal with my fiance's insecurities? He's insecure and think I have feelings for a friend. So you're going to say to him, I don't want to be in a relationship with somebody who doesn't see me and recognize me. If you can't see that I love you and am devoted to you, if you can't see my integrity, then maybe we're not in the right relationship. I need to be with somebody who takes responsibility for their thoughts and their emotions and don't vomit it on me. I need to be in a relationship with somebody who sees me for who I am and doesn't accuse me of things that I don't do. I need to be with somebody who is confident in my love in them and confident in our relationship. If that's not you, then I'm in the wrong relationship. But my love, you don't need to suffer over his insecurities. He needs to deal with his shit. Guys, who wants a book walkthrough? Who wants a book walkthrough? I love that part of Fix That Shit. Yes, she does. So helpful. I feel guilty because I couldn't trust him because of lies. Can I have some advice? My advice is to get a coaching session, love. Too many questions for me to ask in order to help you understand how to navigate this. Yes. Best way and when you should put your expectations on the table when dating: before you kiss. Before you kiss. No kissing, no sleepovers for 3 months, and you just have those conversations. This is what I'm looking for in a relationship. This is what I'm looking for in a partner. And you spend those 3 months looking for those qualities. Who wants a book walkthrough? Say, I do. How do you figure out what you're passionate about in life? I will read custom made, but wanted input. So here's the thing. It's not just reading custom made. I got to point you to custom made, my love. You need to go through a process because you have to dig deep inside of yourself. Custom made is a workbook. I'm going to introduce a concept and get you diving into it. Introduce you to a concept and get you diving into it so that you uncover yourself. How do you figure it out? You have to get deep inside yourself. You have to really think hard about who you are. How do long distance relationships work? They work if people trust each other and have confidence in the relationship. I can't get over my toxic narcissist, soon to be ex-husband. So you won't, as long as you tell yourself that. You won't, as long as you tell yourself that. You will not, as long as you tell yourself you cannot. So if you want to, then grab Comeback Queen or come get coaching sessions to deprogram yourself. Would you put the no kissing for 3 months rule in your dating profile? No. That's a conversation that you have face to face, whether it's your first FaceTime or your first face to face, come together, because you want to see people's reaction to this when you introduce the concept. I do. Okay. All right, let's do this. Okay, so book walkthrough, you guys. Book walkthrough. So I have 8, in case you're wondering. There is a which book is right for me quiz in the link tree in my bio. So if you're wondering where to start, then you can do that. So Comeback Queen is a book that's going to help you get over a breakup and heal your heart. No More Assholes is going to help you find your next relationship. Make sure they are a generous long-term thinker, not a selfish short-term thinker. That way you have somebody to stay with. Use that no kissing for 3 months dating rule so that you don't get into a relationship with a stranger and go, oops, looks like another selfish short-term thinker. Don't do that. Once you get into a relationship with your generous long-term thinker, you got to transition from courtship phase to reality phase, which means you need after the first kiss. This is the book that's going to walk you towards building a solid foundation in your relationship. But the stuff that we fight about needs to be resolved, so you need to fix that shit. This is the book that gets you to 0 fights in your relationship. Mama knows what she's talking about. Haven't had a fight with my man in 5 years. Those of you who are making your partner your purpose, who feel lost when your partner isn't around or paying enough attention to you, isn't texting you back fast enough, you need custom made. This is the book that's going to help you figure out what your purpose is. We all need to exercise a purpose. When we don't know what it is, we make our partner our purpose, and that gets dysfunctional. Don't be dysfunctional, be functional. So get custom made if you need to figure out what your talent and your purpose is. I also, by the way, teach you how to monetize it. Don't forget, this book is a workbook. At the end of every chapter, I will have you doing exercises so you figure your shit out. Fake love do not apply. How to avoid posers, losers, scammers, and predators. This is the book that keeps you from getting into another toxic relationship. Download it, send it to your friends, spread it far and wide, my loves. Dating 101. By the way, you get this for free. If you hit the free book button in the link tree in my bio, you will get that book for free. I also throw in some worksheets, so couples, go get that free book. Go hit that free book button so you can get some worksheets to help you in your relationship. Dating 101, this is a textbook. This is understanding the drives, behaviors, and emotions behind love. This should be in every high school. Say Yes to Goodness. This is the book on how to live a happy life. Hey! How to live a happy life. So 10 areas of your life that affect you and how to be happy in each of these 10 areas. Thank you, Banchika. Thank you, love, love. Guys, who wants a notification when I go live? Say, I do. So I've been going live a little bit earlier lately because I've been testing the internet speed around here. It's not so bad. It's not so bad. You guys aren't complaining so much. So, like, guys, have I skipped it all tonight? Who here has been with me since the beginning? Has there been like any skipping at all? Okay, ma, I do's always do. You're so super sweet. Okay, if you want a notification when I go live, because I go live every day, click my picture here once or twice. You're going to get a pop-up. In the pop-up is a bell. Click on the bell. Hello, Melissa. Hi. You haven't skipped. So it looks like the internet feed around here is getting better, which is good. I know that they're wiring up. Like, they're coming down my street now and they're starting to wire up some homes. So I think there's some places around here that are pulling less on the bandwidth, which is better for me. Awesome, no skip. So I can start going live earlier, which I really like. That's good. I'm going to start doing some daytime lives too then. Okay, good. So those of you who want your notification when I go live, click my picture here once or twice. You're going to get a pop-up. In the pop-up is a bell. When you click on that bell, say I just did. Also make sure you go into your settings on TikTok, turn on your notifications. Go into your device as well and turn on your notifications for TikTok there. Haven't skipped. I love it. I'm going to go, my loves. I'm going to go. What is the time anyways? 11:12. Appointment booked. Chat at 3:30 tomorrow, May 6th. Looking forward to it. Yeah, it's like a couple people booking appointments. So guys, if you want to book yourself in for a coaching session, go into the link to my bio. The button is there. It takes you to a page. Follow the instructions. You can book yourself in. If you want to get my books, you can get them on Amazon or anywhere you buy books online. Fix That Shit is an audiobook. You can get it in the link tree in my bio. Go to my Instagram page. I do a coaching giveaway every month. The next one is coming up soon. So go follow me. Go take part in that giveaway. What else? There's a meditation resource button. There are links to my YouTube channel and my podcast in there. I talk to other TikTokers. So you guys are going to enjoy those conversations. They're pretty spicy sometimes. Go listen to my podcast and my YouTube channel. You guys are going to love it. Go start meditating. Go to my YouTube channel. Go to my Let's Meditate playlist. Grab headphones. Listen to track number 2. It's such a fantastic place to start. Okay? Mwah. I love you guys. Have a good night. Have a good sleep. I will see you again soon. Mwah. Good night, my loves.